Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about biased left, biased right, and unbiased news sources with some notable mentions at the end. And in the notable mentions, I'm going to be talking about their leaning and also their reliability rating. But for these sources, I'm just going to be labeling their leaning meaning because a source leans left or leans right doesn't mean that they have unfactual reporting, but it can mean that they don't have factual reporting because it tends to be a little bit more from their point of view, which can be a problem because it's their sort of opinion in a way. Like their opinion is that, oh, you should be right, so I'm going to cover this from a right side of view. So in reality, it can kind of go in different places in that way, but from an actual factuality perspective, depending on if they don't like put their opinion in as much, then it could be fine. Anyways, now we're going to start with the biased left. CNN, MSNBC, and the New York Times are all considered biased left. CNN leans left by AllSides, and Ad Fonts considers that it skews left. MSNBC, AllSides considers that it is left. Ad Font considers that it is a strong left. The New York Times News, AllSides considers that it leans left, and then Ad Fonts considers that it skews left. For the biased right, we got Fox News, the Washington Times, the New York Post News, and Breitbart News. For Fox News, AllSides considers it right, and AdFont considers it skews right. For the Washington Times, AllSides considers it leaning right, and AdFont considers it skewing right. For the New York Post News, AllSides consider it leaning right, and AdFont considers it skewing right. And then for Breitbart News, AllSides considers it right, but AdFont considers it hyperpartisan right. And then for unbiased news sources, we got Reuters and BBC News. For Reuters, we have AllSides saying that it is the center, and AdFont saying it's neutral or balanced. And for BBC News, AllSides considers it center, and then for AdFont, it considers it neutral or balanced. Now I have the notable mentions. These are a common podcasts or TV shows that people refer to for where they get their information from that are really bad places to get their information from. The first one is the Ben Shapiro Show. The second one is the Charlie Kirk Show. The third one is Pod Save America. The fourth one is The Conversation. For the Ben Shapiro Show, AdFonts considers it hyperpartisan right, and it spreads propaganda. For the Charlie Kirk Show, AdFont considers it hyperpartisan right, and it's considered propaganda while using misleading info, so even worse than propaganda. And for Pod Save America, AdFont considers it hyperpartisan left, and it's considered to have opinion or a wide range of reliability, so it's a little bit higher than the propaganda standard, but still not that good. For the conversation, AdFont considers it hyperpartisan left and spreads propaganda. And I have my works cited in the description. And I would suggest getting your news sources from unbiased news sources like Reuters, BBC News, and CNBC.